Hello YouTube, it's gopernoper, and today we're going to be talking about the Kodak Retina II. This is the Type 014 model. Let me zoom in real quick. So I do not have my junk roll of film, so I cannot show you how the camera would operate with film in it. It has double exposure prevention, so you need film in the camera to operate it properly. But let's get started. I promised that I would be doing a video on this quite some time ago, and I need to deliver on that promise. So, on the front of the camera, we have the folding door, our viewfinder window and rangefinder window. Over here, on the side, we have our film door release. There's really nothing else over here. On top is our rewind crank, or rewind knob. And this does lift up before ejecting the film canister to allow for more ergonomic operation, which is very nice. Cold shoe for flash, frame counter, shutter release, cable release, socket, advanced knob. On the back of the camera we have our viewfinder rangefinder window, which is very small. This is the frame counter setting wheel and the rewind advance toggle. Back of the film doors here, you'll notice it has two very large Zeiss bumps here. Not much I can do about that. I don't want to peel off the leatherette. I want to keep it as original as possible. And there's a bit of one right here too. So on the bottom we have our depth of field scale, which is a weird place for it, but it works well. Essentially, you dial in the focus distance, like say 10 feet, and then this is your depth of field scale. This right here is the front door latch release, and here's our tripod socket. So to open the front door, just press the button and fold the front door down. So this is what the camera looks like all the way open. Front of the camera houses the Kodak Ektar f2 47mm lens. Down here is the Comper rapid shutter surrounding it. Aperture selection dial. Shutter speed dial. And this camera goes from bulb 1 second all the way up to 1/500th of a second. The shutter cocking lever, the coupled shutter release, this little knob here and here are the releases. Pinch them together and push back to close it. Up here we can see our focusing scale and indicator. And right here's the focusing knob. So that's about it on the camera itself. So let's go over loading. Close it up, flip this catch down, and after you've got the door open, flip it back down again. So here's our pressure plate, serial numbers. Now, you all know how this works. You insert the empty canister here, pull across and feed it into the slot on the spool. So now I'll show you normal shutter operation by advancing the sprocket. So now that you've got your film loaded, close the back door. Next, set your frame counter by pushing in on the dial and then rotating it until you get to that mark right there. So, next, open up the camera. First, cock the shutter. Next, set your shutter speed first, then cock the shutter. Once you switch to 500 and cock the shutter, you cannot switch back until after the shutter has been fired, and you cannot switch to 500 after it has been cocked. It can cause very severe damage to the shutter. So you want to set your aperture. And then looking through the viewfinder, combine the split image using the rangefinder. And then press down on the shutter release to make your exposure. I guess I didn't wind that far enough here. That's better. So, then you advance the film until it stops. It will do so automatically. And then you make your next exposure using the same methods and keep going. So, this is a really neat camera with great features for its time, and I picked mine up for 23 bucks. I'm sure you can find one for around the same price somewhere else, but this camera is very cool. It has a really great, pretty understated lens on it. So if you can find one of these, definitely pick them up. They're cool cameras to have. So, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time.